guys, my name is Joy. I'm so glad that you're here. And yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing my all-time favorite sermon. That's probably going to change. So if you hear me saying that again, I'm not lying. It's just that I love these things because they blessed me. I think that's the thing. Really blessed and encouraged my faith, you know. So this time the sermon I'm reviewing is by a Bible teacher called Woody Bocam, and he's such a powerful speaker and has a great sense of humor.
The Lord called me, my wife Bridget, and our seven youngest children. Yes, the seven youngest. We have nine. Yeah, we have nine kids. And 7 years ago, the Lord called us to go to Lusaka in Zambia to help start the African Christian University. And we've been there ever since. It'll be 7 years in August that we've been there. And we've been privileged to be a part of the work that the Lord is doing there to raise up a university to impact not only that nation, but to impact the nations. So please, if you think about us, pray for us and the work that we've been called to do.
So it's about of Joseph, and as you know, a well-known story among Christians. If you went to Sunday school, like just stayed in the church long enough, you've probably heard it. And he gives a different interpretation of this story, which I think is very, very powerful and very necessary for people to understand, because it shows the character and the nature of God.
You keep on reading this story. I do not think it means what you think it means. But I think it's actually better than what we think it means. Don't assume, but let's read it. Can we? This is yes. We all right? Still with me? Don't leave. Don't leave. I know, because some of y'all are like, he's about to mess up my favorite story in the Bible. I'll see you next week. Don't do it.
So we pick up the story from when Joseph is in prison. Just to give you a bit of context, he is the son of a man called Jacob, and he's the favorite son of Jacob, and Jacob is not even embarrassed about having a favorite son. And he shows it. He gives Joseph a robe that is made of many colors, and he doesn't do that for any of his other sons. And then Joseph has all these dreams of how he's going to rise in power and his brothers are going to bow down to him. And this jealousy builds up, and eventually he's sold into slavery in Egypt and ends up in Egypt. He works for a man called Potiphar, and he does really well, but one thing leads to another. He's wrongly imprisoned.
When he's in prison, there's another pair of dreams. Two servants of the king, two servants of Pharaoh, and he interprets their dreams. One, excellent. The other, not so much. You're getting your job back, you're gonna die. And it happens. And then Pharaoh has two dreams. And he cannot interpret these dreams. And all of a sudden, the king's servant remembers the one in prison who can interpret dreams. And so Joseph comes and he interprets the dreams, right? The dreams about the healthy corn and the sick corn and the healthy cows and the sick cows. And all of a sudden, here comes the sick corn eating the healthy corn and the sick cows eating the healthy cows. And he says there's going to be a famine. There's going to be years of plenty. And then there's going to be 7 years of famine. So what you do is you store up during those 7 years of plenty so that you can have grain, seed, during the 7 years of famine. What land is Joseph supposed to be in? He's supposed to be in Canaan. He's supposed to be in the land of promise. By the way, in the overall story of the Bible, Canaan is the land of promise. What land in the Bible's story is the theological opposite of Canaan? Egypt. Wrong house, wrong land. Do you think Moses is trying to say this is a good thing? Let's keep reading. Some of you are still not convinced. Let's keep reading. Then Pharaoh took his signet ring from his hand and put it on Joseph's hand and clothed him in garments of fine linen and put a gold chain about his neck. Wrong robe. How was Joseph identified at the beginning of the story? By this robe that his father put on him. He's in the wrong house. He's in the wrong land. He's wearing the wrong robe. And essentially, he now has the wrong father. Again, not good. If we're reading this honestly, how can we at this point be saying Moses is trying to lead us to the conclusion that this is the blessing?